Welcome back students into a new video of your science chapter which was microorganisms. So our chapter name is microorganisms. We have already done two classes of this chapter in which we have discussed many concepts. In today's class, in last two classes, we have discussed about the types of microorganisms, categories of microorganisms like bacteria, virus, protozoa, fungi, etc. In this class, I am going to discuss about some friendly microorganisms which are useful for us. So let's begin today's class without making any delay. So, we are discussing some friendly microorganisms. So, what are those friendly microorganisms? So, first point, I will discuss it in point wise. Let's discuss the first point. The most common use of microorganism in our daily life is very simple. For making curd or for making bread, idli, dosa, these things we used to make in our home for cooking or preparing food. So for this we always use microorganism. Okay, so let's write the first point. For making curd and bread. So for making curd and bread we use microorganism. So how we use them for making curd and bread? So write this thing. Microorganism called lactobacillus is used to make curd. So for making curd we will use a microorganism which is lactobacillus. Okay, so that is the first point. Now next point. Bacteria and yeast. Yeast is what? A microorganism. Okay, bacteria and yeast is also used to make bread, idli. You used to eat idli, it is South Indian food, and dosa. Dosa is also what? A South Indian food. So this was the first point. For making curd and bread we use microorganism. For making curd we use lactobacillus, and bacteria and yeast are used to make bread, idli and dosa. Note this thing. Then we will move forward to the next point. So the second use of, actually it is the second use of microorganism in our life. So second use is manufacture of alcohol. Manufacture of alcohol. So for the manufacture of alcohol we use what? microorganism. Okay, so right, yeast is used for the production of alcohol or alcohol. So for the production of alcohol we use what? Yeast. So this is about alcohol. Now next use of a friendly microorganism is making antibiotics. So for making antibiotics, it means it is a type of medicine we use microorganism for making antibiotics. Yeah. So for making antibiotics we use what? Microorganisms. So write this. First of all, you must know what is antibiotic. So write the definition first. Medicines which kills or stops the growth of microorganisms are called antibiotics. Okay, so first of all you must know the definition of antibiotics. So what is antibiotic? Antibiotics are those microorganisms which stops the growth of you can say which antibiotics are medicines which stops the growth of microorganism, or you can say kills the microorganism. Okay, so this is the definition of antibiotic. At this point then we will move forward about some more points about this in making antibiotics. So next point is some antibiotics are made by fungi and bacteria. So some antibiotics are made using fungi and bacteria. They are used for making antibiotics. So what are those antibiotics? So we have some examples. So write the first example. Streptomycin. Second, tetracycline, and third, erythromycin. So these are some examples of antibiotics which are made using fungi and bacteria. Note this thing. Now coming forward to some more points about this. When we use antibiotics we must take some precautions. हमें कुछ precautions के साथ ही antibiotics यूज करने चाहिए. So what are those precautions? Precautions for using एंटीबायोटिक्स। एंटीबायोटिक्स यूज़ करने के लिए हमें कुछ प्रिकॉशंस लेने चाहिए। सो व्हाट आर दोस प्रिकॉशंस? नंबर 1, सो राइट इट नंबर वाइज। नंबर 1, it should be taken on the advice of a doctor. You only take antibiotic after the advice of a doctor, okay, not by yourself. अपने मन से इसे हमें नहीं लेना चाहिए, किसी डॉक्टर के एडवाइस करने के बाद ही लेनी चाहिए। सो दिस वाज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट। नंबर 2, मस्ट बी टेकन फुल कोर्स। और जब भी आप इसे यूज़ करो तो फुल कोर्स यूज़ करो ताकि ये आपके बॉडी में अच्छी तरह से वर्क कर सके। दिस वाज द सेकेंड पॉइंट। वी हैव वन मोर पॉइंट अबाउट प्रिकॉशंस इज not to be taken unnecessarily हमें इसे नहीं यूज़ करना चाहिए। सो जब ज़रूरत हो तभी यूज़ करें, अननेसेसरी इसे यूज़ नहीं करना चाहिए। So this was some points about what making antibiotic using microorganism, and when you use those antibiotics you must take some precautions. Precautions yes should be here. So write this thing, then we will move forward to our next point. We have some more uses of microorganism which we are discussing. So next point is agricultural use. Agricultural use. So in agricultural field microorganisms are always used, okay. So some bacteria are there which are present in the roots of the plants, and they provides the nitrogen continuously, and those nitrogen helps to make the soil fertile. मैंने क्या कहा? कुछ माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म एग्रीकल्चर में भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा यूज़फुल होते हैं। कैसे? कुछ माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म यानी कि बैक्टीरियाज वगैरह होते हैं जो कि प्लांट के रूट्स में रहते हैं, एंड वो उसे नाइट्रोजन प्रोवाइड करके देते हैं, एंड वो नाइट्रोजन जब उन्हें मिलता है तो सॉइल कंटिन्यूअसली फर्टाइल रहती है। दैट्स माय पॉइंट। सो राइट अबाउट दिस। सो बैक्टीरिया का जो नाम है वो है क्योन bacteria, and one more bacteria is there which is rhizobium. It is also a bacteria, so you just write in bracket it is a bacteria. Which helps first write which lives in the roots of the plant and provide them nitrogen which makes the soil फर्टाइल। सो मैंने जो बोला वही आपको मैंने लिखाया। So these are the two bacteria, cyanobacteria and rhizoium. These are the two bacteria which lives in the roots of the plants. Plants के root में रहते हैं and provides them the nitrogen. Provides them nitrogen which makes the soil fertile. And उससे soil क्या होती है? Fertile रहती है. So write this thing. Now this was the agricultural use. Now there is one more point which is environmental use. So next point is environmental use. So how bacteria are useful for our environment? Actually what bacteria does is, जो भी हमारी environment में गंदगी होती है उसे बैक्टीरिया या फिर बोल सकते हैं माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म उसे खा के एंड उसे सिंपल सब्सटेंसेस में ब्रेक डाउन कर देती है एंड वो सॉइल्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है एंड व्हेन दैट कन्वर्ट्स इनटू सॉइल तो हमारा इन्वायरमेंट क्लीन रहता है. ओके, सो दिस इज माय पॉइंट राइट नाउ. Bacteria and fungi decomposes wastes when I say waste, then waste means dead plants and animals. Okay, dead plants or animals. सो डेड प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स को बैक्टीरिया एंड फंगी क्या करते हैं, डिकम्पोज कर देते हैं, वो सिंपलर सब्सटेंसेज में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं एंड फिर वो सॉइल में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं. इससे हमारा एनवायरनमेंट क्लीन रहता है. दिस मेक्स आवर एनवायरनमेंट क्लीन. Okay, so this was the point about the environmental use. ये environment के लिए कैसे useful है, note this. We have two more points about the use of some friendly bacteria. So next point is making vaccines. So bacteria are also used in making vaccines. Okay. So, at the first point about this, then I will explain this. To enhance the production of antibodies, vaccination is done. सो वाई वी डू वैक्सीनेशन. हम किसी भी बच्चे का या किसी भी अगर आपके पास पेट है, जानवर है जो आप रखे हो, तो हम उसका वैक्सीनेशन कराते हैं. हम अपने घर में बच्चों का भी कराते हैं, छोटे बच्चों का. सो वैक्सीनेशन क्यों कराते हैं? तो वैक्सीनेशन इसलिए कराते हैं ताकि उसके अंदर जो एंटीबॉडीज़ हैं वो इन्हेंस हो सके. इन्हेंस होने का मतलब बढ़ सके. और जब एंटीबॉडीज़ इन्हेंस हो जाएंगे तो आपके ऊपर किसी भी वायरस या किसी भी बोल सकते हैं माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का अटैक हो पाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. ओके, जैसे पोलियो, ओके, हेपेटाइटिस. सो इन दिस टाइप ऑफ टू प्रिवेंट दिस टाइप ऑफ इलनेस वी डू वैक्सीनेशन. क्या एग्जाम्पल मैंने दिया? पोलियो, हेपेटाइटिस एंड सम मोर आर ऑल्सो देयर. ओके, सो this was the reason for vaccination. Next point. A vaccine contains microorganisms which helps in production of antibodies. ओके, सो वैक्सीन जो हम लेते हैं उसके अंदर होता क्या है, उसके अंदर माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होता है विच हेल्प्स इन प्रोडक्शन ऑफ एंटीबॉडीज़, जो हमारे बॉडी में एंटीबॉडीज़ को प्रोड्यूस करता है. सो दिस was the use of vaccine and how vaccination is done with the help of microorganism. Now coming forward to the last point and the last concept for today's class, which is making food supplements. So microorganisms are also used for making food supplements. Food supplements, or you can say health supplements. So we use vitamin tablets and many other type of tablets to enhance our health, enhance our eye quality, or you can say the hair quality. We use what? Vitamin tablets. So write about this. Bacteria and yeast are used for making vitamin B tablets. So for making vitamin B tablets, we use bacteria and yeast. Okay, so this was all about today's class, in which we have discussed about some friendly microorganisms which are useful in our daily life. In next class we will deal some more concept about this chapter. Till then, thank you class.